Stand by, don't go yet.
Okay.
And take 2, go.
Welcome to Rose's Kitchen. Today we're going to make stuffed mushrooms and mushroom stems. This recipe has been in our family for generations. My grandmother used to make them, then my mother, then myself, and then we handed it down to Joni, my daughter, who does them for all the holidays and special occasions. But you can eat these anytime. I guarantee you'll enjoy them. Today's recipe consists of Italian sausage, mushrooms, an 8-ounce container, Italian breadcrumbs, Romano cheese, and some olive oil. And for the stems is the olive oil, a clove of garlic, and a little wedge of onion chopped up. And then the secret is pouring a little either Masal wine, or you can have sweet vermouth, whichever you have on hand. We're going to start with the stems. What do? Most people throw them out. Well, we're not going to do that. We're going to cook them. So we're going to have this, you use a cast iron pan, any pan you want really, but you need olive oil. You're going to put about, I would roughly say like 3 tablespoons in. Then what you're going to do, I already cooked this. It was rendered down. It's a clove of garlic and some onion. You just take a wedge of the onion, a small wedge, chop it up. So now we're going to place this into the hot oil. Now we're going to add the stems. Now, here's the best part, the twist. Usually you use vermouth, the sweet vermouth, but I don't have any. So what do? You substitute. I have Marsala. So now you place some Marsala in the pan. This is what gives it that nice flavor. Now you're going to cook this until they're nice and crispy. What I do with these, I serve it over a steak. You can have it as a side dish, or you can mix it with your vegetables. Delicious. Okay, now we're going to start with the mushroom. I have one of the mushrooms all whole to show you how to do this. You're going to use a paring knife and you're going to cut all around. Then you're going to wiggle that stem till it comes out. It's okay if it breaks. You're still going to chop it and put it in. All this in here you're going to scoop out. You don't have to, but I find that it gives you more room for the meat, the sausage meat. Okay. Especially these days, you need your gloves on. So we're putting gloves on. And I'm just going to cut and add this to that. Okay. Now what you're going to need, this is cooking now. This is now for the stuffed mushrooms. You're going to have about 1 pound of sausage meat. Now this pound probably makes the big box of mushrooms, 1 pound. You might need a little more. Sometimes it depends on how much you fill it. So if you're like me, I use a lot of sausage because I fill it really well. Okay, now what we're going to do is get a pan. Okay. We're going to put these mushrooms on the pan. And the reason I use this pan is because when I put the breadcrumbs And the cheese, if it falls over, it's fine, because they're going to be transferred into a baking dish. Okay, so now you're going to take some nice sausage meat and really stuff them up. I even like to put some more extra. Of course, you really should be putting the cheese in. Sorry about that, I did that one. And then you put the breadcrumb. You make a mistake, you go over it. Put cheese, breadcrumb, fill it, and I take the breadcrumb again and put it in. I'm telling you, these will be a hit at any party, any gathering. Okay, now they're nice and full. Now you're going to put nice amount of cheese on them. Okay, and now again some more breadcrumb. This gives it a nice crisp topping. Okay. Now I'm going to put it in this pan. You're going to put oil on the bottom, a nice amount, 4 tablespoons, 5, whatever you want, because you're not eating, you're not going to have the oil. They're just sitting in it so that it gives it a nice flavor. You're going to put your mushrooms in. And now you're going to put a little more oil on top. And you're going to cover it. Now these are going into the oven, 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. Then you're going to take the cover off and continue cooking them for either 15 more minutes or a half an hour, depending on how you like them. If you want them more crunchy. And it depends on your oven also. Some ovens cook faster than other ovens. So now what we do here, take a nice plate. We're going to plate them. And you see how they crisped up on top? And that's what you want. Put a few sprigs of parsley in between. Okay. Now just going to go back to this, just to turn it. Now you can see these were already cooked, the stems, and they're really, really delicious. Get a fork and a knife. This was one of my husband's favorite meals, to have one of these delicious mushrooms. Mmm, so good. Mmm. Just think of this over a steak. Oh, so good. Well, these are almost ready, and we're going to cook up a steak and have that with steak later on. So, from my family to your family, keep eating, enjoy.